Hey guys, Night Raid Gaming here, and of course, the latest Magic news is Magic 30th Anniversary Edition that is no longer available for sale. Thank God for that. But as I was thinking about this product and clearly the very, very obvious backlash over how this has been put together, how it's been sold, and every detail of this abominable product, I was thinking, is there any way Wizards could have done a Magic 30th Anniversary Edition product that would have worked, that would have made the fans happy, that would have been fun to play? Or are we just all just hideous trolls who hate Wizards of the Coast? Well, yes, obviously we are. But I still think there are ways this could have really worked and would have made people really, really hype. Not the way that they came up with, which is almost the worst possible thing anyone could conceive. This is the worst idea ever. But I have 5 simple ideas that I think would have 100% saved this product, and everybody would want this, hunt it down, and chase it. So let's get to it. So yeah, okay, it's kind of the bingo space here, but literally just don't make this product. That's a better idea than making Magic 30th. Literally do not make this product under any circumstances. Now, I could be Wizards advocate here and say that Wizards of the Coast fought tooth and nail against Hasbro, but the Hasbro execs forced them to make this product, chained them to their desks, put a gun to their head, and made them create this and put this out. That's plausible. It's certainly plausible that a Hasbro mandate could have forced them to make this. And while I think that play that element here into the product doesn't totally explain everything that they did, that explains the price, $1,000 certainly, but their implementation is the laziest, dumbest way they could have done it. It was a no-effort product. Wizards, look me in the eyes and don't tell me you put any effort into this. You literally didn't even design a card, and the cards aesthetically look like crap, and the back is lazy. So even if they were forced into doing it, they did a total slap job, and it would get an F- regardless. But let's now get into some real ideas. And the obvious idea here is unglued. You just put out an unglued set. And what is more unglued and more crazy than opening a booster pack of Unfinity and you get a silver border Black Lotus in your pack? Or you might get a silver bordered Healing Salve. Or you might get Scathed Zombies or a Dual Land or whatever. But that's what they could have done with Unfinity. Would have made this set super, super hype. Now, I would imagine that you could do something like every booster pack gets one silver border proxy card, right? And they could even throw in the rarity symbol there. I wouldn't be too crazy about rarities. You know, you could make it that every card is the same rarity. These fake proxy cards are all the same rarity. Or maybe even include some rarity there so people could chase them. But they're just fun, goofy cards. Silver border, everybody knows that automatically means the card is a joke. You know, it's just a fun little bonus card that you could get. And you could have even made the card back look like a carnival ticket to fit into the theme of Unfinity being this crazy carnival. And you could even use these proxy cards as ticket tokens to track the ticket mechanic. How am I coming up with this idea, Wizards? It's so obvious this could have been implemented in Unfinity. Unfinity hype would have been through the roof. Everybody would want to at least buy a couple boosters, and then you could laugh. Oh my god, I got Black Lotus. Haha, I didn't know this was in the set. Or, oh my god, I got Healing Salve and that was my rare. Ha ha ha. And we would all have a good time. Instead of saying, oh my god, I got Healing Salve as my rare. There's $250 down the toilet. So easy. I mean, the product is a joke itself, so put it in the joke product. So dead obvious, and I guarantee you I put more effort into photoshopping this than Wizards did on the real quote-unquote Magic 30th product. Embarrassing. But a total easy layup idea, Wizards. Second thing they could have done, which is obvious, is just make the cards identical to the real thing, but just make them smaller, make them Yu-Gi-Oh size. So, if you want to put them in the same kind of format, they're in booster packs or whatever, but make the cards a little smaller. That way you can keep the identical look. The card back can be the same, but everybody knows immediately this is not a real card. And the nice thing about making them Yu-Gi-Oh sized is we already have sleeves for this size of card. We already have binders set up for this. There are deck boxes, everything. So if you wanted to get serious about it, track down the cards, collect them, build decks, goof around with your friends, no problem. Everybody knows these are fake Magic cards. I don't have to worry about someone trying to slip them in a real Magic card deck. I don't think anyone's doing that with Magic 30th at the price that it's at, but it would be clear. No issues. Don't have to worry about anyone trying to counterfeit. And you could keep the cards looking identical. We have the product support, and it's easy. It's easy. There's no reason they couldn't have done this other than they just didn't even spend the time to think about it. But slightly smaller cards, you can make them, if you don't like the Yu-Gi-Oh size, you can make them board game card size. You can make them as small or make them slightly bigger, whatever. But just any size difference would have immediately let people know these are not real cards. These are goofy cards to have fun with. Now, the other thing they could have done is just obvious. It's just collector's edition too. I think out of all of these, I think this one still would have caused a stir. People still would have been mad about collector's edition too. But if you're going to have the audacity to look me in the eyes and tell me you're going to charge $1,000 for phony cards, at least have the decency to give me the entire set. So at least I have the box. I have every single card. They're all in there. It's in a nice, pretty little package. If I open them up, I can look at them and just go, ooh, I have the whole alpha set, and we can flick through it and have fun like that. Still think people would have been very mad with this. Now, there was no issue with Collector's Edition, the original, when that first came out, but Magic cards weren't worth what they are now. I still think this would have caused some rage. People would have been mad, but I would see collectors would be interested in this. Of course, that all depends on the price. $1,000 is still way too much for something like this, but hey, maybe a collector would go, hey, that's just really cool. I just like the idea of having the first Magic set in some version. But at least I have all of them, so I can go through it. And all the cards you want are, you're only allowed to run one of anyway. So it's not a problem that you're only getting one of all these cards, especially the Power 9 and those ones. That's okay. You don't mind. At least you have them all. I don't need to chase them down. But, if you want to get a complete set of Magic 30th, it's going to cost you around $780,000. I know Wizards thinks that's a good idea, and they put that in the pro column when they were designing this thing. But no one else except Wizards of the Coast thinks that. This would have been better. Flawed, certainly, but absolutely better than what they came up with. And this one is kind of like my personal favorite, but why didn't they make a 30th anniversary draft box? Make it $120. Booster packs are $4 or whatever. And it's just Magic 30th, but in draft format. So, hey, guess what? If you never played the original Magic the Gathering, now's the time. Now you can play Magic, base Magic, Magic the Gathering, the core set for the first time. You can draft it. You can play it with your friends. Who would not be hyped to play Alpha at your friendly local game stores? Friendly local game stores would love this product. They would promote it. People would stream. You could put this in Magic Arena. Oh, hey, Wizards, that's that other stupid product that you made to rip people off. You could have integrated a draft box into Magic Arena so people could draft Alpha for the first time. And if you're an old geezer who's been playing since the original came out, well, now you get to revisit your childhood or high school era. Now, and now you have an advantage at the draft table. You know how good I don't know. Lightning bolt is. I mean, not everybody knows that, but you know what I mean? Hey, you might have actually drafted alpha before, so that experience comes into play. And Magic has changed so significantly over the 30 years. It would be a new experience for any new player of the last, I'll say even 15 years. How slow some of this format is, how awful some of these creatures are, how obviously utterly ridiculous the spells are. And it could be a goofy format. I mean, it's draft, right? So it would be impossible to happen. But hey, if you draft 3 Black Lotuses, congratulations. You have 3 Black Lotuses in your deck. The stories people would have, right? And then people would post on Reddit, hey, I'm going to be doing a Magic 30th draft. What should I know? Oh, avoid this card. Oh, if you see this one, take it. I opened a booster pack and Shivan Dragon was in there and Sarah Angel, it was a good card, but I went, I just took the rare because that's what I'm going to do. People would have had stories. This would have been fun. Now, this is contingent on this being priced like a normal set. $120 because these are fake cards, right? So even paying normal price for a fake card is kind of ridiculous. If this came out and this was $1,000, I still think, the price is just so over the top. People would be mad, but at least there would be a point. At least there would be fun to be had. And a draft box like this would absolutely accrue value over time because you would sit on this and maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, hey, let's draft alpha. I got a 30th anniversary draft box I've been sitting on. Let's crack it open for a special occasion. This would have been super fun. But no. We can't have fun things. And any of these ideas in combination would have worked. You could have had the draft box with the mini cards. You could have had the Unfinity cards be small. Whatever. Anything except literally what Wizards had the balls to look us in the face and sell us. Booster packs, only 4 of them at $250 where you're going to get junk. A product for no one. It's not a product for game stores because they can't sell it. They have no inventory of it. It's not a product for collectors because it's just a rip-off scam. It's not a product for casuals. They cannot afford a $1,000 product. And it's not a product for fun. You can't draft Magic 30th Anniversary. You can't really play with it. You can't build deck with it. It is a product created for nobody except Wizards of the Coast. They made a product for themselves. And I'm sure they're very proud of what they came up with. And they were all excited. And they couldn't wait to buy their yachts and their Ferraris. Teslas, because they're, conscious about nature. And I'm sure the fact that we have resoundingly rejected this product, I'm betting you really shocked Wizards. They didn't see this coming. They're that oblivious. They're that out of touch. And they really are that arrogant. And the fact that we've angrily rejected the product has only made Wizards resent us more. So Wizards is not going, oh my God, are we so out of touch that we've, lost what our customer and player base wants? No, it is the players who are wrong. They are ingrates and they are trolls. So I don't see Wizards learning anything from this product. They might tweak a couple things here and there. But they're going to hit us with this anniversary edition crap again. This is not over as far as Wizards is concerned. The quest for more money must continue. The quest for ludicrous ripoff crap will continue. They might call it Secret Lair, Super Edition. They might call it a Mega Drop. They might call it a whatever the hell they're going to call it. They might only charge $750, a reasonable price. But this is far from over. So that's kind of it for me, guys. I don't know which one of these would you like. Would you buy the draft box? Would you like a collector's edition? Would you mind Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I think this is perfectly acceptable. And would you have bought Infinity if you could get Power 9 in those booster packs? Let me know. Later.